Hi guys, it's me. It's me, Med Statter. Let's start over one more time. Yes, indeed. It's 5 p.m. West Coast time. This time with sound. It is 2 p.m. Hawaii time. 8 p.m. on the East Coast. 7 p.m. for our Central Time folk. And we have got some Plains folk in the house. I'm not sure if they're Mountain Time or Central Time. All I know is we've got Kenny from the Cove. We have got Gina. We have got Darlene. We have got Rick. We have got Kulika. And who else do we have? We have Pacola T. We have, yeah, we have a 1080p broadcast tonight. And sometimes, I can even promise you some sounds. That's right. All right, Ash is in the house, ready to get things started. I am about ready to start the party. And then once the party gets started, we'll turn on the music. Remind me, please, because that's always a thing. And then I've got something to tell you guys. All right, so first, let's get started. All right, fantastic. Ashes is not letting me handle the mouse. Ashes wants my hand purely on her ear scritches. So, we're going to be stuck on my face for a little bit because the moment I take my hand off of her little kitty ear, she gets very uppity. All right, you guys. So, for those of you who were here last night, before that, thank you, Gina, coming in with the request that I requested because I knew that I would need that request. Gina, thank you for being on top of it. Little moderation / producer there. All right. Now that we're developing a team for people to keep me on a short leash, we might actually have a show one day. So, yeah, all right. So, speaking of shows and things, as you can see, we're here on Twitch, which means last night, when I showed the movie that had the bear bum that I tried ever so valiantly to cover, I tried. Okay, you guys, I tried, right? You saw me try to keep the bear butt covered up because Twitch don't like the bear butts. Twitch does not like the bear butts, right? So, last night, normally, Darlene, no, I didn't get a strike, and I'm not sure how I didn't get a strike. So here's the deal, because if I got a strike, we wouldn't be here. We would only be on YouTube, right? But no, we're everywhere. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, so things and stuff happened, or didn't happen the way we thought they might happen. But here's the deal, you guys. Okay, so one of the ways I try and get around the copyright issue, this is actually a copyright issue, or a copyright mindset, not a bear bum type mindset, but one of the ways I try to get away with showing copyrighted material on Saturday nights is when I run it through Twitch. On Twitch, you can set a setting. You can either say, hey, exactly, Kenny from the Cove, I'm bad and I'm nationwide, and I am really bad. And Ashes just changed the lighting, you guys, so if lighting just got weird, that was her feet. Anyway, so, part of the situation with Twitch is there's a setting that you can set to turn on or off to save past broadcasts. All of this chatter with statters, I save the broadcast. So that way, if you missed it, you can go back to Twitch, or you can go back to the, YouTube side and watch a rerun. But for the Saturday night shows, I turn that setting off, so you cannot go back and look at it. It does not run through the Twitch computers to save it for later. That's always the plan on Saturdays. Always the plan on Saturdays. Well, this Saturday I forgot to do that. So both versions of the stream prior to the power going out and after the power going out. Both halves of the movie were saved on Twitch and then re-uploaded. You could watch them as soon as it was done, right? Which is not good. I didn't want that to happen. I didn't realize I had forgotten to turn my setting off. Not only was the copyrighted material up for reviewing, the thumbnail that Twitch chose for the stream was the bare butt in the security camera, the guy giving the moon, the bank robber giving the moon to the security camera that said thank you. That was the thumbnail. So I, not knowing that this movie was even still up, I head out, I go to the bar, I order a beer, and I'm thumbing through my Twitch stream, and I see the thumbnail of the butt. And I am like, oh my God, oh no, right, so I'm freaking out, and I'm trying from my phone at the bar to like remove, but I couldn't figure out how to remove content from my Twitch stream via the phone. Just like some people, you know, like Rick, you can't moderate very well on your phone, nor can I, which is why I can't teach you how to do it, because I don't know how. Not only do I not know how to moderate on my phone, I couldn't remove content from my phone either, or via my phone, that is. So, literally, I was told my bartender, I was like, Judy, I kind of just I realized I have an emergency right now. I can only get the one beer. Here's the money. You know, I downed that beer so flippin' fast. I swear to God, if there was video camera of me leaving that bar, they'd probably never seen me move quicker. I don't know the last time I moved that fast. I hopped and got back home and was just like, oh my God, please Twitch, please don't have noticed anything. Oh please, blah blah blah. And so, got home, removed everything. I don't have a strike. They didn't seem to notice. I am so confused about what is and is not acceptable on Twitch anymore. And the fact that they chose, I mean, seriously, you guys, it was the one scene in the whole movie that had that bit of all, you know, what is it that Casablanca, you know, line, you know, of all the gin joints and all the whatever she had to walk into mine. It's like, of all the frames, of all the clips that came from that movie, they had to pick the one that I was the most afraid of getting me knocked off. Luckily, Kenny, exactly, ride that wave of good fortune as long as I can. I am telling you, man, and let's see here, Rick, you can't mod on your phone because I'm running an old Android 8 old phone. Well, this is a Samsung 21 Android phone, and I still haven't figured out how to mod. I mean, you can mod, sort of, but not. I haven't figured out how to do the full spectrum of moderations or content removal via the phone the way I can via my computer. And so, Darlene, right? I would have freaked out and ran home too. Exactly. That's exactly what I did in Picola Tea. It wasn't really a thumbnail. No, it was not a thumbnail. And let's see here. Rick, I must have used 100 SPF Okole blocker. I'm not quite sure what happened, but like Kenny said, there was some very good fortune, and I just couldn't help but laugh at the irony of it all. I mean, there was literally only one clip of that one scene, and of all of the scenes in all of that movie that they could have chosen, exactly. I could not back my way out of that one. You got it, Picola T. And Rick, it's a CAPTCHA test. Yeah, just click all the squares with the okole in the picture. So that was my that was my excitement for the Saturday evening. That's right. And I'll be the butt of all the jokes now. Precisely. All I know is I'm very thankful that it didn't. I'm thankful for two reasons. First off, I'm thankful that the copyright that no copyright issues came my way. But more than that, I am thankful that the bum, we didn't get a bum rap for the bum that got shown on the screen, because like I said before, the one that got me booted off the platform for 3 days, that was a first-time warning. I have a feeling if I got dinged for the same thing a second time, which was inappropriate content featuring nudity or sexual acts, which is forbidden on Twitch, you can argue that people get away with it. I'm not going down that rabbit hole, because I know people do get away with it. I don't know how much more in trouble I would have gotten on a second strike. Because like I said, the first strike was 3 days, no questions asked, no explanations given, no excuses to be had, no contact, no context, no nothing, just you're gone for 3 days, and when 72 hours gets up, then you'll have access to your account again. So I was afraid that a second strike would maybe be a week long. So, it's a bit of a problem. Hey, Pussycat, so good to see you. I am just recounting the folks, with my bit of excitement after the movie last night. I didn't realize that the movie was up on Twitch for all to see, and, the thumbnail that Twitch had chosen for said movie was was the butt scene. The one scene that I had a censored bar over. They took that censored bar off and said, how about you take a look at this one? Oh, Twitch. So, let's see here. Okay, Kenny from the Cove. Gotta go, fam. The weather guy is talking wall clouds and egg-sized hail nearby. Later, taters. Yeah, Kenny, stay safe, and hopefully that egg-sized hail will not hit your car windshields. Get that car in the garage if you can, or something. I don't know, go put a mattress on top of your windshield. What do people do when you've got, I don't have a carport, I don't have a garage, my car sits outside all the time. What do people who have to deal with what Kenny's got right now with the whole egg-sized hail? You've got to be kidding me. How do you protect your car from that if you don't have a garage to put it in? Do you, Rick, you park under a tree? You drive old cars? Well, driving old cars, I've done that, do that, can do, will do. And then, Pussycat, your Mustang has gone through hurricanes. Or drive, or park under a bridge. Okay, I can appreciate that logic, but I don't think I've got a bridge near my house to park under. So, okay. So, you can't, okay, I know that this is, okay, Darlene, this was actually, I was just about to ask this, really, I don't know, stupid question, but, you say have good insurance, obviously, but if you can lay something over the roof at least to help somewhat, I don't know, does it? I was wondering, obviously I don't have to worry about this, but if I had to worry about this, could I go run outside with my fluffiest blanket or even a bed sheet and put it over the windshield, or, would something to, because honestly, I'm not that worried. Okay, obviously for looks, you don't want your hood or your roof to get all dented up, but that's not really what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the actual windshield busting through, right? And so I'm just wondering, like, can you put like a tarp over it and somehow the tarp helps mitigate the damage? Or I suppose you could put some foam and then some tarp over it. Oh, Rick! Piece of plywood might stop the hail, but hard to drive with it on. Hey, Praytake, good to see you. We are pondering the preventative measures people can take when hail is coming down and you don't have a garage to park your car in. And when I say hail, I mean like egg-sized shape of hail. Because apparently, Kenny from the Cove is looking to get some hail right now that's about egg-sized shape. Wait, egg-sized shape? That doesn't make sense. Egg-sized hail. Anyway. Now, I'm not talking about driving in it, all y'all. I mean... Because you can't drive with the plywood. I get it. But so I hadn't even thought about it. Like putting a piece of plywood over your windshield probably would work now that I think about it. But and Kulika, nope, it would blow away or you would get hurt. Yeah, I don't mean like to drive with it. And Pussycat, your son's car had a car cover. Right, so even though, okay, so this is, I guess, really the best example or that I can think of. So, okay, car covers, they're basically just, you know, material, like tents for the most part, I guess. You know, they're not puffy, they're not padded, you know? And Pakolati, exactly, what kind of eggs? Chicken, duck, quail, ostrich? I did actually wonder that when Kenny said egg size. I was like, well, that's not a really good metric. Eggs come in all sorts of sizes. But but I didn't expect him to know. So Pussycat, you're saying it's better than nothing. So, okay, so because I was thinking like perhaps, you know, every little bit of layer can help. Like, you know, if one of the hail stones has a sharp edge that hits the windshield and somehow does the damage. I don't know. I mean, glass is really quite sturdy, oddly enough. I'm guessing that hail, I don't know, does hail even like break a glass window? Break a car window, I guess, now that I think about it. The biggest hail we've ever gotten in the Pacific Northwest, to my memory, is about, I don't know, ping pong ball size. It's kind of hard to say because they aren't really round. They weren't round. They were more like cauliflower ear, you know, cauliflower piece shaped. They were more triangular, not round, but they were roughly the size of a ping pong ball. And so let's see here. Darlene, no, just try your best to sensibly park with plywood on top with something to anchor the wood down. Got it. Okay. So let's see here. Rick, no, hail can mess up shingle roofs, so any kind of tarp wouldn't work too good. Okay, that'll work. I'm glad to know this because, like I said, around here, maybe the biggest ones that we get are ping pong ball size. But, okay, and Pussycat, size does matter. Anything over the size of a quarter can break the window or dent it. Okay, so then the ping pong ball sizes could then, in theory, smash a window. Okay. Yeah, and the reason why I'm concerned is because, well, first off, I guess the stuff we get here that's big enough, the stuff we get here is big enough, but even if it wasn't yet, weather is getting weird, you guys, right? And so, just because the biggest hail I've seen so far in my life is ping pong ball size, doesn't mean that's as big as it's ever gonna get in these parts. So I kind of want to prep for like, I kind of want to have some knowledge up my sleeve so I know it just in case. But actually though, now that I know, just in case, like piece of plywood, oh, that's great. I don't got a piece. I don't have a piece of plywood. I don't have a piece of plywood at all. I think closest I got to piece of plywood is some big plastic storage bin covers, which I guess actually could, well, it's better than nothing, I guess. And Darlene, exactly, there has been some strange weather happening all over the place these days. Very, very, very strange. Much more extreme, I think, than most of us are used to. And so, like I was, like I'm prepping for, you don't need to call me a prepper, but I'm kind of prepping just in case big hail starts coming my way. And 58 days till hurricane season. Oh, that sounds lovely, Pussycat. That sounds lovely. No, not at all. Just have that comp thing on the insurance and don't worry. Well, to a degree, Rick, but I only have one car. And so, like, if I'm going to go to work and my windshield's all busted up, I can't go to work, And so, so any kind of preventative measure that I might be able to take, I would like to attempt to take it, maybe? Yeah, exactly, Darlene. Shh, Pussycat, don't say that too loud. And, but Darlene, okay, so Pussycat's got his own weird, set of countdowns, and we'll let Pussycat have his 58-day countdown. But we're gonna focus more on your countdown. What's the count? I'm thinking, what, are we at 9 or 10 days? 9 or 10 days left? Until you get to fly on the jet plane. You'll be leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when you'll be back again. That's right, that was done very Shatner-esque, and I'm not quite sure why. And you will know when you will be back again, but I still felt like quoting that. And, right, exactly. Faculty, I'm not a Dr. Pepper, I'm a part-time prepper. That's right. Yeah, I'm a part-time prepper, and I think it's safe to assume that my prepping is only half-fast. We've got ourselves a half-fast prepper right here. And, let's see here. Windshield won't break through, but you might get really big cracks. You can still drive that and let them change it at work. Okay, because I was thinking if it broke, it would be like, the spider web, like when the head hits the windshield and the spider web, it gets really blurry and you can't see through. I was thinking about damage like that. But if it's just cracks, well, that's like no big deal. Okay, well, that's not really true, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I was thinking shattered. I mean, maybe not like shattered apart. In fact, very much not apart. I was still thinking they'd be sticking together. But you still can't, once they're all spiderwebbed, you really can't see through them very easily. They become remarkably opaque for something that began as very translucent. So, let's see. All right, so I had something else that I wanted to tell you guys, but I don't think I'm going to tell you right now. Mostly because I can't remember what it was that I was going to tell you, so, yeah, I'll have to work on that. All right, so, Rick, just look out the part that isn't cracked. Might be fun driving to work for a change. Perhaps. And Pacola in with some very, very good advice. Pack your umbrellas. They've been getting plenty rain down in on the islands. Now, if you were coming to Seattle, Pacola would know that you don't need to bring an umbrella. Regardless of rain or not, you just don't bring an umbrella to Seattle. Because if you want to look like a tourist, you'll be using an umbrella. That being said, Hawaii is not Seattle, and so apparently those weirdos use umbrellas down there. So feel free to bring your umbrella if you need to, but you're going to be bringing the good weather. I think that that's good to be optimistic. Good to be optimistic there. You can buy, if you need to buy an umbrella in Paradise, you can buy an umbrella in Paradise. And exactly, Pacola, no umbrellas in Seattle unless you're a tourist or a wimp, precisely. And Pussycat, yes, today the stream is on YouTube and on Twitch, because today is Sunday. And Sundays, we like to do both. But on Saturday, when we're breaking the law, that's right, we only like to break the law on one channel at a time. And we choose to break the law on Twitch. So, so on Saturdays, Statterbox at the cinemas, we're generally only going to be on Twitch. There will be exceptions to that rule if and when we watch some kind of like PBS documentary on Hawaii and the like. I know nobody is on YouTube. It bums me out. But you know what, Puzzzy Cat? One of the reasons why, even though most of us hang out on Twitch because Twitch has the better emotes, one of the reasons why I like to stream on YouTube is because YouTube automatically saves all of the chats from both platforms now that I'm running the Restream bot. And since this is a chat show, I feel like it's really important. Hey there, Edward Divine, aka Pualani. Good to see you. Made it from YouTube. First time chat under the Edward Divine name. And Rick, Twitch isn't showing the YouTube chat. I think it is though, isn't it? Oh, wait, Edward Divine. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. All right, hold on. All right, you guys. I'm going to testing tester son. All right, I just chatted on YouTube and oh no. Oh no. Okay. All right. Well, shoot, gosh darn heck fork. Oh, this is annoying. Oh no. All right, you guys. You guys, I thought this was working. And then it stopped working. And I'll bet you I know why it stopped working. Oh, maybe I don't know why it stopped working. Wait, what? Why is this not working? Right, okay, so, all right. You guys, like that moment of silence? Yeah, that was me being silent. Okay, so I don't know why. I was just about to explain why it's so wonderful, and the wonderfulness isn't happening. In theory, when things work, because this is a chat show, I'd like to have all the chat archived, and in theory, that's what it does happen. And Pussycat, you actually didn't mess me up. The computer messed me up. You pointed out that there was a mess up, which actually is a very useful thing. So now I'm all right, so wait. Okay, why is there an error? Okay, hold on, you guys. My face is probably bathed in this white light right now, and that's not. Oh, that's not what I want. So yeah, what is going on? Why is it? Okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, so, all right, wow, this is, oh, you know what? I know what I'll do. Hey, how about this? Okay, hold on. I know what I'll do. I know what I'm gonna do, you guys. What I'm going to do, is I'm gonna fiddle around with settings and stuff. So, let's see here. First off, and, so we're gonna, okay, all right, so many, wow, chaos just erupted in my brain. I cannot focus. All right, so Pualani, those foam camping mats, that is a brilliant idea, but that was from a long time ago. We didn't see it until now. All right, you guys, what I'm gonna do is I am going to, let's see, why don't we take a trip through Haleiwa? We're gonna take a quick trip through Haleiwa. I'm gonna fiddle around, and, yeah, I'm gonna fiddle around, and we'll see if I can get all of the chats to decide to get along with one another. So, let's watch this little video that I made of the North Shore, where Rick and Darlene will be heading soon, and perhaps we'll even get some updated videos that we can share on Chatter with Statter. Right now, we'll just be stuck with this video I took about 8-9 months ago. And it looks like Elaine is in the house. And yeah, too many buttons. Too many buttons. And let's see here. All right, so we've got everybody here. Well, it's not really a Lono break because we're actually going to have a Lono break later. That being said, this video, as you know, has Lono music. So it's like sort of a Lono break. It'll be a tech break. It will, well, we'll see if we can unbreak the tech during this break. There we have it. All right, let's go to the North Shore. Boop.
In the evening when the moon is shining so bright, the Hawaiian Islands sparkle in your eyes, 'cause I'm dreaming of you right now. Yes, I'm dreaming of you right now. When I'm thinking of you, girl, the day you came into my world, life began again for me. Take me all the way, girl. I can wait forever. Just a little time will do it. Give me love. In the evening when the moon is shining so bright, the Hawaiian Islands sparkle in your eyes, 'cause I'm dreaming of you right now. Yes, I'm dreaming of you right now. When we're alone, holding you so close, and I'm looking in your eyes. Take me, I will give you love, girl, one more time for reason. I hear your heart beating. Give me love. In the evening when the moon is shining so bright, the Hawaiian Islands sparkle in your eyes, 'cause I'm dreaming of you right now. Yes, I'm dreaming of you right now. Take me. Valley Island under a moonlit sky. Take me, walk along the shoreline. We will last forever. Let's go there together. Give me love in the evening when the moon is shining so bright. The Hawaiian Islands sparkle in your eyes. 'Cause I'm dreaming of you right now. Yes, I'm dreaming of you right now. Give me love in the evening when the moon is shining so bright. The Hawaiian Islands sparkle in your eyes. 'Cause I'm dreaming of you right now. Yes, I'm dreaming of you right now. Yes, I'm dreaming of you right now. Yes, I'm dreaming of you right now. I'm dreaming of you right now. Take me. Yeah. This is my first time that I've seen you. Oi, kulama, amamoa, kuongo, ke konane, akamahina. I feel the misty cool wave upon my skin. Yeah, 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 Verano, hey mai anaiau, komino akamai, mekawai maka. And dreams become real, for you are here. Yeah, 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 yeah,
All right, there we have it. And let's see here. So, I'm officially annoyed. Cannot figure out how to fix it. I do think I know how it got broken. I do think I broke it. I do think it was me trying to do something fancy last night and not realizing some repercussions of a button that I pushed or something I reset. So, I'm going to assume that we're going to have to deal with this for the rest of the show, which really bums me out. But, alas, it is what it is. So there we have it. Now, Gina, what a great question. Are there shout-out commands, Rick, like on Luke's stream, or do you just shout them out manually? Gina, you would think that I would know the answer to that question, but I do not know the answer to that question because Shakalak was the one who set up most of my shout-outs. So yes, I do think there's like a list of them. No, I don't know what they are. I'm not quite sure where to find out where they are, but there is a list there, and it sounds like tonight I have got a huge set of homeworks to deal with in regards to getting things back up and running. So, I'm going to make notes. Look into shout-outs, because that's something I can do, probably. And then fix the chat. Yeah, so there we go. You see, I'm going to bore you guys with technical details that I don't even understand. When I create a stream that's going to go out on both Twitch and YouTube, I create that stream in a third-party server called Restream. Restream? Oh, look! Rick knows how to find the commands. Yay! So cool. There we go. I won't have to look that up. Okay, so Restream then creates this thing known as a stream key. And it keeps telling me I need to input this stream key into somewhere. I still don't really know what they mean by that, because I never did put the stream key anywhere, and the streams seem to go out on both. But I noticed that on YouTube, on YouTube, the notification that shows up that says, hey, there's a stream that's going to happen at this certain time, like, that notification never goes away. It doesn't actually that notification never turns into the actual stream. The actual stream shows up on as a different listing. So then, when you go to my page, you see an ad for something that is going to stream, but it does not take you to the stream, and then you actually see the ad, or the actual stream. So I thought, and this is what you get for thinking, I thought that, okay, Honolulu's not found in the weather bot. All right, that's weird. Anyway, I thought I had figured out, like, oh, YouTube needs that stream key that Restream gives us, and so I tried to put the stream key into YouTube, and I think that screwed everything up. Did it? I don't know. So your notification on YouTube didn't work tonight? See, yeah, okay, well this is useful information, Puzzycat. So yeah, I think in the name of me trying to fix something that really wasn't that big of a deal to begin with, I broke things further. Which is so consistent with how I operate that I feel as though I'm comfortable with that solution or that explanation. But how to fix it, I have no idea. I have a feeling that, well, I have a feeling I'll be doing a lot of testing later tonight. So yeah, there might be some black hat sessions that I'm coming on for a quick minute. We'll have to play that by ear. You know, this is consistent. This actually is exactly what this stream was intended for, was to watch me and others learn how to do stuff in real time. And Darlene, it'll get fixed somehow with tips from friends maybe too. Yeah, exactly. I have a vague idea of how I want to fix this. And if that doesn't work, I'm definitely going to be hitting people up like Chuck and maybe Andy and maybe Photo Luke and basically anybody who might listen to me and be able to help. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So, all right. Now, while you guys were going through Haleiwa and I was busy going diddle-it-dit, diddle-it-dit, diddle-it-dit to no effect, I noticed that there was apparently some sort of news story on KHON about a 1,000 plant house or something that was growing the marijuanas. And Elaine, good. I'm glad you're here on Twitch. And Pacola T, it's always more dangerous when you know just a little. Oh my God, you don't even know. You're so right. In fact, it's kind of funny. Clients call me all the time, like asking my advice about taxes. And it's like, oh honey, you don't want to know what I think about your tax situation. I know just enough to get you in a whole lot of trouble. So why don't we actually talk to a professional about this and see what your tax preparer has to say? Because I can guarantee you, I can tell you something, and it probably won't be right. So, you know, and Pussycat, for what it's worth, Kylo is around running around outside, barking in the dark. Kylo, thank you so much, because that's kind of what I feel like doing right now, running around barking in the dark. It's not dark out yet, but that's okay. I still feel like doing that. And, let's see, don't be afraid to ask for help. Oh, I definitely will be asking. If I cannot figure it out, I will be asking for help. Because as I was trying to say before I was totally proven wrong about this particular stream, the whole point of me streaming on both platforms with the Restream chatbot, cross-referencing all of the chats, is so the chats can be saved along with the stream, because this is a chat stream. And I am not the show, we are the show. And so when the chat is gone, half the show isn't here. And I don't like that. I want everybody to be represented in perpetuity for as long as my face is on the screens. Your words that I'm responding to are gonna be there with me. That's the plan. Plans don't always go as planned. Looks like Kayla's in though, and that is awesome. And let's see here. Yeah, I think basically everyone should be on Twitch today. If you want to have interactions with the chats and everybody else in the chat, I guess y'all better be on Twitch tonight. Even though it used to be that we could have our YouTubers and our Twitchers talking to one another. Not today, it seems. No. Nay. And, okay, so, let's see here. Oh, you finally solved your cube? That was a huge cube, Kayla. That was like, what, a 5x5er? I didn't even know they had those. And, okay, Rick coming in, referring to what I was referring to, what he was referring to way back. Not 1,000 plants, 1,000 customers with 10 plants each. Got it. Wow, yeah. But you know, though, that's sort of, you were saying that they found a loophole. I didn't really think that was a loophole. I thought that was kind of the design. Like, that's how when the medical laws were in effect in Washington. Now it's recreational, so things are different. But when the medical laws were in effect for Washington, that's exactly what it was people would grow houses would collect the medical cards or the medical permits from as many different people as possible. And then, so like I would have my medical card, which allowed, I think, I don't remember, I'm going to say 5. And then, then my neighbor had a medical card. So, if you send it to a, well, you don't send it, but you work with a grower, so you don't have to worry about growing year 5. And then he's got all the certificates posted. And so if he's got 100 certificates, then he's allowed to have 500 plants. And that's kind of like how that goes. That's not a loophole. That's not a bug. That's a feature. And okay, the news says that the new laws are coming down to limit to 5 customers only. Well, I don't know. That's sort of silly. Actually, I think that the whole medical marijuana thing is sort of silly. It's just a ruse. People are using it still to get intoxicated. I think it's a great first step, obviously, for any state to take. But honestly, just legalize it. Just make it legal for everybody. Why are we pretending that everyone has a medical situation that only cannabis can relieve, so we have to have a flipping card to go to the shop? That's just dumb. I mean, talk about I get that it's the first step that states take into the legalized movement, but as someone who lives in the first state that legalized it recreationally, now yeah, Colorado put their legalization into effect before Washington did, but Washington passed our law before they did. And so we technically were the first state to go 100% recreational legal, and I just don't understand why other states haven't taken the plunge, because the medical marijuana system was basically a nothing but play acting. It was nothing but play acting. And Pussycat, it's all about the money. Yeah, exactly, it's all about the money, but you can make more money recreational speaking. If it's recreational and everybody has access to it that's over the age of 21, you can make more money. And there is this whole medical, it's a farce. It's why are we pretending? Because we are pretending that, I got my medical card because I have a broken ankle with chronic pain in my broken ankle. Really? That's gonna get you, weed is gonna solve that problem? Not really, no. I mean, it kind of does, but no, actually, my arnica rub is the thing. And arnica rub and horse liniment are the 2 things that help with my ankle more than anything. But it was my ankle injury that got me the weed card. That's just dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I just... So, Sodoax, next step, prostitution. Well, there is something you said about that as well. Legal sex work definitely needs to happen as well. But since we don't have that yet in Washington, I can't say for certain how that's going to work out. What I can say for certain is the recreational weed situation in Washington hasn't led to any more problems in public weed usage than the medical situation had. So, I don't know. To me, it just seems like a silly charade that we're playing with the medical cards. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that there shouldn't be medical allowances. If it's not going to be legal for everyone over the age of 21, then by all means, give the medical patients what they need, because there are medical patients who legitimately need it. Absolutely. But there are plenty of people with medical cards who kind of just, are utilizing that, are utilizing it, that excuse for their own recreational purposes. And that's hysterical. Sodoax. Yeah, exactly. It's legal to have sex. It's legal to give someone money. It's just a timing issue. I'm not so sure that legal defense has ever been tried before. And let's see here. So it looks like, okay, cool. Thank you so much, Edward Devine, for following. I know that you are probably a follower under your other name too, but never hurts to have a couple different followers under a couple different names. And Pussycat, yeah, Florida, it will be legal. It will be legal soon. And Edward Devine, you have recreational pain. Exactly. I have recreational pain. And so do X. It's the my watch broke defense. Nice. Exactly. There you have it. And so let's see here. Let's see what else I have missed. And all right, cool. And oh wait, Rick. Oh, Rick talking about his lovely weekend with the grandkids. Fantastic. Okay, cool. So Rick, now you were saying in that particular, like I said, I haven't seen the news clip in which you're talking about, but so did they say what they're gonna do with let's see here, did they say what they're gonna do with the people who have the 10,000 plants? And Gina, would legalizing sex work alleviate some of the abuses in that industry? It's hard to say. I am not someone who has worked a great deal in the harm reduction capacities of the sex work industry. I've got some friends that worked in the industry, but I'm really not up on the nuances of it. But it does seem relatively logical that keeping something in a black market situation is always going to be riskier than something that is in a legal position, a legalized situation. Now, I do know that in the state of Nevada, when it comes to the prostitution that's legal at the houses of ill repute, as it were, those systems are a little bit problematic as well. Essentially, the women who work at the, like the Bunny Ranch, one could argue that they are under physical control 24 hours a day by their employer in a somewhat questionable, are you a slave or are you a free person working environment? So the legalized structure in some areas, like the brothels, have their own set of problems. But they still get the medical treatment that they deserve and need, and they are safer in the sense of from customer violence, etc. And Kayla, wait, seriously, who wants to do that stuff of work? A lot of women and a lot of men do sex work. It is called the oldest profession for a reason, and there is a huge population of people who purchase the services of sex workers, and there's a huge population of sex workers who are out there providing the services. You would be surprised. In fact, check this out. I don't know why I was so surprised to learn this, but I was. So, the movies make you think, and so do X, is there such thing as a prostitute on a salary? Yeah, actually, I do think that the ones on the Bunny Ranch have a certain amount of whatever, and then they earn a little bit more. But I can't remember how that format works. But Gene, again, but what about abuses by employers in those facilities? Precisely. There are issues with that as well. Absolutely. That's why it's like there's a lot going on in that industry that needs to be revamped. And because I'm not a sex worker, I am in no position to be like, this is what needs to be fixed. But I do know that that there are plenty of sex workers out there who really would appreciate their job being legal. It would make their life a lot easier. And now this is the little like, really? I had no idea. So, movies and the like, television and the like, they kind of always make you think that sex workers and prostitutes, they come out at night. It's a nighttime thing. It's a nighttime activity. And it certainly is a nighttime activity. But some of the busiest times for prostitutes is the early morning before work rush. Before work. Which makes sense. Because, now granted, I know I'm being a little bit sexist here, but the numbers sort of bear this out. Dude leaves his wife, his girlfriend, whatever, early in the morning to go to work, which is a legit reason for him to be leaving the house. Well, there's an hour and a half there, or whatever, where he's unaccounted for. I mean, like, it totally makes sense. I had just never thought of it as like, you're telling me between the hours of 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. are your busiest times? Wow. I just wouldn't have thunk that. You know? And yeah, exactly, Darlene. The daylight hours before work are, oddly enough, when some of the best money gets made, which I think is just it's so logical, but I was so stunned when I found that out. I mean, I don't know why I was stunned, because it's very logical, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I never would have thought that. And, let's see here, so Kayla, I remember one time, I think it was one of them late night talk shows, apparently it talked about, on how a lot of the girls would use all that stuff and post the pics and all. Well, yeah, I don't know, not exactly sure what you mean by that, Kayla, but, you know, I do know, like, for instance, I work in the tax industry. Great, excellent, no problem. We used to have several clients that were either sex workers or the madam for said sex workers, right? Because ultimately there is a risk involved when it's two adults, you know, generally one female, generally one male. There is a risk involved for both people. The woman, you know, the person providing the service could absolutely get ripped off, abused, or worse. And then there's also the other side of the coin, which is the person who's paying for the services could get ripped off or, you know, stolen from or abused. I mean, it's, you know, it is there's a certain level of trust that's going on when you've got financial transactions, right? And so, so there is an element of safety that is needed, and so that is why madams and pimps, etc., come into play, because you always need to have someone to call in case things go bad. You always need to have someone know where you're at in case things go bad. And so, you know, there is a host of people that you wouldn't necessarily think are involved in that. You know, like I said, we used to have clients that did that. And you know, they paid money, they paid taxes on the money they earned, etc., etc. Now, here's the real kicker. Even though they paid taxes on the money that they earned, technically speaking, they were laundering the money and making dirty money clean so they could pay taxes on it. And that in and of itself is a crime. So if you are a prostitute and you get money and you want to have a legit business and you want to legit pay your taxes, you actually, in doing so, are committing another crime called money laundering. And so it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, which is another reason why legalization of prostitution might actually not be a bad idea for the tax revenue that our country would see, right? So, So, oh, Kayla, that's what you meant by OF. They talked about OnlyFans and how a lot of girls would use that stuff to post pics. Oh, heck yeah. OnlyFans is a huge industry. In fact, there is a YouTube creator who has been a YouTube creator for, he's a gamer. He does some expose stuff. He does like some really good, some good content. None of it is sexually oriented. His YouTube content, none of it is. But he spent the last probably decade getting his YouTube channel to be quite huge. He's got hundreds of thousands of YouTube followers, okay? He also has put himself through school to have a legitimate job as a welder because he doesn't ever want to only be dependent on his YouTube income. Well, one day, somebody said to him, hey, because I think he was showing a picture of him with his dog in a river somewhere, and someone said to him, hey, you've got really sexy feet. You should get an OnlyFans page and take pictures of your feet. And so he did. He thought it was hysterical. So he did. And now he's making close to 10 grand a month showing pictures of his feet on OnlyFans. What? That's insane. But, and Pussycat, or get a legal job, money can be made that too. Well, sure, but here's the deal, Pussycat. Sex work is considered the oldest profession in the book for a reason. Like, it is, there's always, if you're going to be a capitalist, what you're going to do is you're going to look for a market that's in need. And that market is never going to go away. Ever, ever, ever. Even if it's illegal to do it, which it is, the market's never going to go away. So you can always say, yeah, sure, you can get a legal job, but here's the deal. That job is always there too. There's always a need for that job to be there. Bacola T, I'm going to have to get a decent pedicure and look this up. Exactly. Now, I think one of the reasons why he was able to get so particularly famous on his OnlyFans is because he never made a secret of his OnlyFans, mostly because he kind of went at it as a joke. But remember, he's got hundreds of thousands of YouTube followers already. So he has the social media presence to get the word out there that he has an OnlyFans account, which is why he is so successful. Because part of any business, be it OnlyFans, be it sex work, be it live streaming every Sunday and Wednesday on YouTube and Twitch with your shirt that says Burien on, getting up and running, getting started is all about marketing. You got to get the word out. You have to let people know that you're there. You have to be there. You have to know people. You have to let people know that you're there. And so he already had the huge marketing audience, the audience market, to let him know, to let everybody know, hey, I've got this new thing, go check it out. Now, most of his followers, I'm sure, on YouTube are just like, I don't want to look at your feet. Because, as Pussycat just said, feet, ew, nasty. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the feet either, but I think we know a lot of people are. And, which is weird, but now when I say it's weird, if you're into feet, dude, I'm not judging you for it. You do you, boo. It's fine. But for those of us who aren't into the feetsies, just know, that's a little weird, bro. Yeah. But everyone is a little bit weird. Everyone has their own, their own thing, as it were. Some guys go crazy for redheads. Some guys go crazy for feet. Just what it is. And let's see here. Kayla, you're saying if you did online work, you pass, you'd rather get a job as a dancer, aka regular one and not exotic. Either that or it would just be a singer. Well, okay, that makes sense, but here's the deal, Kayla. Okay, so you want to be a dancer, right? Awesome. How are you going to pay rent? Are you going to teach dancing? Are you going to become a professional ballerina? Are you going to go work in Vegas as a showgirl? Not a dancer, but like, not a, stripper, but like as a, in the line. Are you going to go work for Radio City Music Hall? Lots of people. Are you going to go be a dancer for the basketball team during the halftime? Lots of women want to be a legit dancer. It's a very tough industry to get into, just like being a professional singer. How are you going to pay for your money? Well, or your rent. You can be an exotic dancer, though. You could be an exotic dancer and probably pull in one month's rent in a night if you're good. Or you can go hope that you get chosen for a Radio City Music Hall dancer and maybe be able to pay your rent if you're lucky, maybe. Now, I wouldn't be surprised, though, if you, I know that you do Tahitian dance, right? I wouldn't be surprised if there was a market for Tahitian dancing online and having people pay to watch you do that. You could possibly market yourself into that, in which case you would actually be a professional dancer, right? When it comes to OnlyFans, you don't, like I said, the dude, he only shows his feet, right? I mean, it's not like he's showing anything. It's not like he's showing anything that needs a censored Okole bar that I tried to put up on the movie last night for what we saw, And so you can put on a performance that is family friendly, yet still people want to see it, right? Right. And Pussycat, what was one of the first things on the internet? Cam girls. Exactly. And OnlyFans basically has just taken cam girls to the next level. You can pay money for private chats. You can pay money so they do certain specific things for you. You can this, that, and the other. OnlyFans is a huge, it's definitely the way a lot of women get a good amount of money. And oddly enough, you would think it would be a lot of the girls, the women who, let's see here, I'm trying to remember what I'm trying to say. I got off track. You would think it would be the stereotypical women with the figure eight forms, the big old, the big old biddies and whatever. One of the top OnlyFans producers, highest earning women on OnlyFans, is a woman named Amber Lynn Reed. And if you look up who Amber Lynn Reed is, there's two of them. One of them is a porn star, and the other one is like a 700-pound woman. I'm talking about the 700-pound woman, Amber Lynn Reed. She's the top producer on OnlyFans. A woman who is like 700 pounds. So OnlyFans caters to a lot of different tastes. Tastes that some people might just be like, it's kind of weird. Other people, super into it. So, OnlyFans is like, it's got a lot going on, guys. I personally have never been on the site. I don't have any plans to start an OnlyFans page. And I have to say, a couple months ago when some rando on the Twitch stream came in and was just like, do you have an OnlyFans page? I can't remember who else was on the stream, but it was all, part of the Statterbox regular crew. And so many of all y'all, I know that Vanilla Coke Pepsi was one of the first ones. He was just like, oh man, that's so disrespectful. Get out of here with that talk. That's ridiculous. Blah, blah. You guys all like rallied around my defense. It was very cute. Y'all were like clutching your pearls. Heavens, Betsy, no, she's got no OnlyFans. What? How dare you even imply? And you're right. I don't, I won't, I wouldn't. But I have to say, it did make my heart warm when all y'all were just like, The nerve to even ask. Which is why I totally love all y'all. You just were just all mother hen getting all up in his face. Super cute. Super, super cute. And Pussycat, yeah, that's too much booty. I agree. That's a lot of booty. But some people, you know, in the famous words of MTV, too much is never enough. Right? For some people. For some people. And Kayla, you know, you wouldn't necessarily have to let your parents know what you were doing. I would be willing to bet that there's a lot of dancers out there whose parents have no idea that their kids are dancers. But yeah, exactly, Pacola T. All of our differences and what makes our lives very interesting. Precisely. And actually, I have to say, as much as I just said, I'm not going to have an OnlyFans, and I'm not. It does sort of give a girl like me hope. I mean, I'm not as big as Amberlynn Reed. Don't get me wrong. I'm not even half as big as Amberlynn Reed. But I am of a woman of size. And so it does actually kind of make me smirk and smile a little to know that, like, one of the top, if not the top, earners on OnlyFans is a woman of size. I think that's kind of cool, actually. Pussycat, what are you going to call this one tonight? Big feet, small feet? Oh, Pussycat, you know, I don't even know what this train wreck of a stream is going to be called tonight because... because between tech difficulties and the way this chatter scattered tonight, yeah, we might have to cover your eyes and just, you know, pay attention to the feet. And Mitchie Mama, you're listening on YouTube and commenting on Twitch. Well, I am glad that we're able to accommodate you for the smoother YouTube experience, but the Twitchable commentary, because if you were here earlier, and it sounds like you might have been, the Twitch and the YouTube chat isn't showing up on the cross platforms. I don't know why. There's an error in my system. I tried to fix it. I think I know how I broke it, but I don't know how to fix it. So I'm glad that everyone is able to, like, work around the issue because, yeah, exactly. Edward Divine, but imagine making a living by pictures of your feet or being super overweight. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, here's the thing, Edward Divine, Kulani. Okay, the dude, the YouTube creator who makes money with his feet, he, like I said, actually has a legit job as a welder. And that's where that is his main focus of employment. So the extra money that he gets, isn't really his living. You know, he earns a living with a traditionally legitimate job. Now, in regards to the woman, Amberlynn Reed, making a living off of being super overweight, yes, she does make a living off of being super overweight because she too also has a YouTube channel, and her YouTube channel is all about her life as a very large woman. So, and she's a very successful YouTuber, which is probably why she's also very successful on OnlyFans, because her fans on one platform followed her to the next. And so once again, back to the marketing, you know, if people know that you're on OnlyFans, then they'll go to look for you on OnlyFans, and then they'll find you there. If they don't know that you're there or where to find you there, then they're not gonna find you. And but yeah, her whole entire online presence is based on being a person of size. But dude, she makes like 20 grand a month. $20 grand a month. Can you imagine? I mean, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, because if you're making 20 grand a month off of being a person of size, what motivation do you have to get smaller? You know, what motivation does she have to take better care of herself? And I understand that being an overweight person has a lot more to do with just the food that you put in your body. I get it. I have been a person of size my entire life. I have struggled with weight issues my entire life. It's not just a case of calories in versus calories out. It's not that simple. I get that you can be fat and you can still be kind of healthy. But even if your blood work is good, you don't have diabetes, blah, 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 the fact of the matter is the human skeleton can only bear so much weight. And I say this as someone who is living with the effects of, you got a little bit too much weight on that there skeleton of yours and you're feeling the consequences of it. Your knees, your ankles, your joints, they hurt, they get compressed. It's just not good for your literal physical structure. Even if all of your blood work and your muscles and your tendons and your everything is fine, all of your internal organs are running peak performance, let's just say, your heart has no issues, your cholesterol level is good, it doesn't matter because you're still overtaxing your literal bones, you know? And so when you're making 20 grand a month, being that big, I would find it very hard to motivate myself to get smaller. Right? I mean, 20 grand, dude. I don't know. I obviously don't have any idea how much you guys make. Nor do I need to know, nor do I want to know. And you're not going to know how much I make, but I will tell you this. It's not 20 grand a month. Not even not even close to that. Boy, oh my, no. No, not even close. So let's see here. And Puzzy Cat, you follow Cat in Paradise from Photo Look Hawaii, and she's live on the beach in her bikini all day. That is that's she's living the life right there. She is living the life right there. Okay, let's see here. Gina, exactly. These are adults doing this work. They don't need or seek parental approval. I don't necessarily support the industry they work in, but I support their right to live their lives without the family interference. Exactly. Yeah, and so let's see here. And Kayla, honestly, side note, if you want to be a dancer and a model is called simple, use TikTok and get a job as a model, or you can be an actress and all. Well, you make it sound like it's really easy to be a model or an actress. It's not, and yeah, okay, you've got your TikTok people who go viral, etc. But for every TikToker who's making money off of going viral, there's about 10,000 other TikTokers who just aren't. And, getting a role in getting a line in a movie to get paid extra, because, you can go be an actor in LA or whatever, but you're going to be an extra. Extras just get paid for the day. And then, if you get a line, then you get a little bit more money. And I think, like, if you say 2 lines, then suddenly you're maybe eligible for your SAG card. But getting to the point where you actually were offered a bit with 2 lines is sometimes like years upon years upon years worth of work. Everybody wants to be an actor. Everybody wants to be a dancer. Everybody wants to be famous. That's not really true, but just about everybody in Los Angeles does, right? So, you have to break through. It's not just a case of going on TikTok and now I'm a professional dancer. Because chances are you're not making any money on TikTok. And if you're making money on TikTok, you're probably making like, I made 32 cents in ad revenue this month. 32 cents. That's half of a stamp. Awesome. I can write a postcard home. So, let's see here. Puzzy, all you need is a blow-up hot tub and a mirror, and while you're a YouTube star, voila, you're a YouTube. I don't know how to read words, apparently. Puzzy Cat, all you need is a blow-up hot tub and a mirror, and voila, you're a YouTube star. Okay, that really wasn't that difficult. Now, was it? Why was that difficult? Why did that have to be so difficult? Speaking of stars, you guys. Okay, we just chatted about nothing for an hour and a half. We're 3 minutes till the end of the hour, so we are definitely going to be wrapping this up. But, you guys, I did want to tell you about something that happened at work that was a little bit funny. All right. If you were here last Wednesday, we were talking about hamburgers thanks to Picola T. And Picola T mentioned that that Wahlburger was the most disappointing meal that she and her husband had in the burger ranking events. It wasn't necessarily the worst burger, but it was the most expensive burger that was one of the worst. So, Wahlburger, not worth the money. We came away from the burger ranking with that lesson having been learned, right? Okay, so the next day at work, I say to my boss, "Hey, have you ever heard of Wahlburgers?" And she's like, "No." And I was like, "Well," and her husband goes out and about and eats out a lot more than she does, and I know that her husband likes hamburgers. So it's like, "Well, you should tell your husband that Wahlburgers is really, a crummy burger, blah, blah, blah." And I explained to her the burger ranking. And Mitchie Mama, never heard of Wahlburger. Kayla, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Thank you so much for swinging in today. You go be the best mod ever. Mitchie Mama, she'd never heard of Wahlburger either. She's like, what is the Wahlburgers, right? And I was like, Donnie the Wahlberg and Marky Mark from the Funky Bunch and all, the famous people. She's like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, they have a burger chain?" I was like, "Yeah, they got a burger chain. It's really crummy. Tell your husband it's really crummy. It's not worth the money." So, her husband comes home later that day. First thing out of his mouth when he comes through the door, "Hey, you know what? I heard something funny today on the radio. Apparently, Dan Aykroyd told Mark Wahlberg that his burgers sucked so bad that he would rather eat a dried buffalo patty out of the pasture direct than ever eat one of his burgers again." And Ann was like, "Did you just say Wahlburger?" And he's like, "Yeah, Wahlburgers are really awful apparently." And so I popped my head out of the office and I was like, "I told you." So why or how the Wahlburger, it just randomly came up twice in one day. And yeah, Picola T, Dan Aykroyd is fully on your page. So, there we go. First time chat. Hi, Big Fan, hi. "And when the Grim Reaper calls forth my time, I should only cherish the memories of the first sight of your beauty beyond the gates. Only God could envy." That sounds like it could be a Bible verse or a metal song. We're gonna go with metal song. And it is 31 minutes past the hour, which means we are wrapping it up. Hi, Big Fan, hi. So thanks so much for coming in with your first time chat. You are part of the Statterbox crew. I am Matt Statter. This is Chatter with Statter. But like I said, 6:30 is when we wrap it all up. And so we are running a minute behind times. We're going to wrap it up. And I have no idea what we're going to call this Bigfoot, big stream, big, big whatever that was today. Cindy Krause, boo hiss, you are late. I recommend you go back and watch the Twitch rerun, because the Twitch rerun is going to be the only one with the chatter. And this particular set of chatter, you might not want to miss it. And that's all I can say about that. I don't know where we were or how we got there, but we did a lot. All right, you guys, I will see you on Wednesday, 4 p.m. West Coast time, but I hope to see you before that, Monday, with Andy Bubatai's Daily Pigeon Live. All right, you guys, thank you so much for chatting it out today, and I hope we all just shake our head and laugh, and maybe we need to, get some Prel dots to cleanse ourselves after today, because boy, did we dive in it. All right then, have a good one, y'all.